Tonight, we're going to work together to release the anxiety and stress you've been carrying. Most of it isn't even yours. It's energy you've absorbed from the world around you. We're going to help your nervous system understand what's yours and what isn't, and gently return you to your natural state of peace. Find yourself in a comfortable position, somewhere you feel safe. It doesn't matter if you're in bed, on a couch, or sitting in a quiet corner of your home. What matters is that you're here and you're ready to let go of what's been weighing on your heart and mind. Here's something I need you to understand right from the start. That anxiety you're feeling, that stress that keeps you awake at night, most of it isn't even yours. I know that sounds strange, but stay with me. Throughout your day, you absorb energy from everyone you encounter. The worried energy from your coworker, the tension from traffic, the stress radiating from the news, the anxiety from social media. All of it sticks to you like invisible static. Your nervous system can't tell the difference between your own stress and the stress you've absorbed from the world around you. So you lie here at night, your mind racing, your body tense, and you think there's something wrong with you. But there's nothing wrong with you. You're just carrying too much that was never meant to be yours. I spent decades of my life thinking my anxiety was a personal failing, something broken inside me that I needed to fix. I'd wake up at 3 a.m, with my heart pounding, thoughts spiraling, feeling like I was drowning in worry. Some of it was about real things in my life, but most of it was this formless dread I couldn't even name. Then I learned something that changed everything. Anxiety is often your body's way of telling you that you're carrying energy that doesn't belong to you. It's like walking around wearing someone else's coat that doesn't fit. Of course you feel uncomfortable. Of course you can't relax. So tonight, we're going to help your nervous system understand what's yours and what isn't. We're going to gently release all that absorbed stress and anxiety, and we're going to restore you to your natural state of peace. Because peace is your natural state. Anxiety is what happens when you're disconnected from that truth. Take a deep breath with me now. Breathe in slowly through your nose and exhale gently through your mouth. Again, breathe in peace, breathe out tension. One more time. Feel your body beginning to soften, beginning to trust that it's safe to let go. Now I want you to imagine your body is like a sponge that's been soaking up water all day. That water is all the energy you've absorbed, the stress, the worry, the tension, the fear. Your sponge is so saturated that it can't hold anymore, and that's why you feel so heavy, so overwhelmed. We're going to gently wring out that sponge. We're going to release all that water, all that absorbed energy, and return your body to its natural, light, peaceful state. Starting at the top of your head, imagine a warm golden light beginning to flow down through your body. This light is intelligent. It knows exactly what belongs to you and what doesn't. It knows what's yours to carry and what needs to be released. As this light moves through your head, feel it touching your forehead, where you might be holding worry, that tightness in your forehead, that tension between your eyebrows. That's often absorbed stress from others. The light is gently dissolving it, carrying it away. You don't need to hold anyone else's worry. Let it go. Feel your forehead smoothing, releasing, softening. The light moves down to your jaw. So many of us clench our jaws when we're anxious, holding tension we didn't even know was there. Relax your jaw now. Let your mouth soften. Let your tongue rest gently against the roof of your mouth. All that tightness, all that stress, It's melting away like ice in warm water. Now the light reaches your neck and shoulders. This is where most people store stress and anxiety. Your shoulders might feel like they're carrying the weight of the world. But you're not meant to carry the world. You're not meant to carry everyone else's burdens. Feel the light dissolving that heaviness, that tension. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. Feel them releasing, softening, letting go. Here's what I want you to understand about the anxiety in your body. It's energy that's stuck, energy that's not flowing the way it should. When energy flows freely through your body, you feel peaceful, grounded, alive. When it gets stuck, usually because you're holding on to stress that isn't yours, you feel anxious, tight, disconnected. The light is now moving through your chest, through your heart center. This is where anxiety often lives most intensely. That tight feeling in your chest, that pressure, that sense of something sitting on your heart. Breathe into your chest now. Imagine your heart center expanding with each breath, making more space, releasing the tightness. Your heart has been working so hard to process not just your own emotions, but everyone else's emotions too. You've been feeling other people's fear, other people's stress, other people's anxiety, and thinking it was all yours to carry. But your heart is telling you now, it's time to let go. It's time to release what was never yours to hold. Feel the golden light wrapping around your heart like a warm embrace. It's saying you're safe now. You can release this. You don't have to protect yourself by holding on to tension. True protection comes from being open, flowing, connected to your own inner peace. The light moves down through your solar plexus, that area just below your rib cage. This is your power center, where you process energy and emotions. When this area is clogged with absorbed stress and anxiety, you feel powerless, overwhelmed, like you can't cope. But as the light clears this area, you're remembering your power. You're remembering that you have the ability to choose what energy you hold on to and what energy you release. Breathe into your solar plexus. Feel it clearing, opening, strengthening. You're not weak because you feel anxious. You're sensitive, and sensitivity is a gift when you learn how to manage it. You're learning right now how to clear yourself, how to protect yourself, how to maintain your own energy field. The light continues down through your hips, your legs, all the way to your feet. Feel it carrying all that stress, all that anxiety, all that tension down through your body and out through the soles of your feet into the earth below you. The earth can handle this energy. She's designed to transform and neutralize it. You're not dumping toxicity. You're returning raw energy to be recycled and renewed. Feel roots growing from the soles of your feet deep into the earth. These roots are anchoring you, grounding you, connecting you to something solid and real. When you're grounded like this, anxiety can't take hold as easily. Anxiety thrives when you're disconnected, floating, unanchored. But now you're rooted. Now you're stable. Now you're safe. Now let's talk about your mind, because anxiety often lives most powerfully in our thoughts. Your mind might be racing right now, jumping from worry to worry, creating scenarios that haven't happened and probably never will. This is what minds do when they're carrying too much energy. They spin and spiral and create stories to try to make sense of the overwhelm. But here's what I want you to know. You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness that observes your thoughts. There's a part of you that's perfectly calm and peaceful, even when your mind is racing. That part of you is always there, like the sky beyond the storm clouds. The clouds pass, but the sky remains. So instead of fighting your anxious thoughts, instead of trying to force them away, just observe them. Imagine you're sitting by a river and your thoughts are leaves floating by on the water. You don't need to grab the leaves. You don't need to examine each one. Just watch them float by. There goes a worry about tomorrow. There goes a fear about something you said last week. There goes a concern about money. Just let them float by. You don't need to hold on to any of them. As you watch your thoughts float by, you're creating space between you and your anxiety. You're realizing that anxiety is something you're experiencing, not something you are. This is a profound shift. You're not an anxious person. You're a peaceful person who sometimes experiences anxiety. There's a huge difference. Now let's address the physical sensations of anxiety. Maybe your heart is beating faster than you'd like. Maybe your stomach feels tight or unsettled. Maybe you feel a sense of buzzing or restlessness in your body. These sensations are just energy moving through you. They're not dangerous. They're not permanent. They're just energy that needs to flow. Instead of resisting these sensations, breathe into them. If your chest feels tight, breathe into your chest and imagine the breath creating more space there. If your stomach feels unsettled, breathe into your stomach and imagine the breath calming and soothing that area. Whatever you resist persists. Whatever you gently acknowledge and breathe into begins to dissolve. Your body is so wise. It's been trying to tell you something through this anxiety. It's been saying you're carrying too much, you need to rest, you need to release, you need to come back to yourself. And tonight you're finally listening. You're finally honoring what your body has been asking for. Here's a truth that took me years to understand. You don't need to completely eliminate anxiety to be at peace. Peace isn't the absence of all uncomfortable feelings. Peace is the ability to remain centered and grounded even when those feelings arise. It's knowing that you're bigger than your anxiety, that you can hold space for it without being consumed by it. Think of yourself as the ocean. Anxiety is like waves on the surface, sometimes calm, sometimes stormy. But deep below the surface, the ocean is always peaceful, always still, always itself. You are that ocean. The anxiety is just surface activity. Deep within you, there's an unshakable peace that's always been there and always will be there. Connect with that deep ocean peace now. Sink down below the waves of anxious thoughts, below the surface turbulence, into the still, quiet depths of your being. This is who you really are, this peaceful, spacious, aware presence. This is your true nature. From this place of deep peace, you can see your anxiety differently. You can see it as information rather than torture. What is your anxiety trying to tell you? Maybe it's saying you need to set better boundaries. Maybe it's saying you need to slow down. Maybe it's saying you need to honor your own needs more. Listen to the message, and then release the anxiety itself. You can receive the wisdom without keeping the suffering. As you continue to rest here in this peaceful state, I want you to create an intention for how you want to feel. Not how you think you should feel, but how you genuinely want to feel. Maybe it's calm, maybe it's safe, maybe it's light, maybe it's free. Whatever word comes to you, hold it gently in your heart. This is your anchor. This is what you're choosing to resonate with. Remember what we talked about in our first session together, the law of resonance. Whatever frequency you hold, that's what you attract more of. If you hold the frequency of anxiety, You'll notice more things to be anxious about. If you hold the frequency of peace, you'll notice more reasons to feel peaceful. It's not that your circumstances change instantly, it's that your perception shifts, and that shift changes everything. So right now, you're choosing to resonate with peace. You're choosing to align with calm. You're choosing to vibrate at the frequency of trust. Trust that you're safe. Trust that you're supported. Trust that you're exactly where you need to be. Your subconscious mind is absorbing all of this right now. As you drift deeper into sleep, these truths are settling into the deepest parts of you. Tomorrow when you wake up, you might not consciously remember everything we've talked about tonight, but your body will remember. Your nervous system will remember. You'll find yourself feeling calmer, more centered, more able to handle whatever comes your way. And here's something beautiful. The more you practice this release, the easier it becomes. The more you clear yourself of absorbed anxiety and stress, the less there is to clear. You're training your energy field to stay clear, to protect itself naturally, to maintain its own peace without constant effort. You're also learning to recognize when you're starting to absorb anxiety from others, and you can clear it immediately instead of carrying it for days or weeks. This is true freedom, not being controlled by the energy around you, but maintaining your own center no matter what's happening externally. As we come to the end of our time together tonight, know that you're not alone in this. Everyone experiences anxiety. Everyone carries stress. You're not broken or flawed for feeling what you feel. You're human, and you're learning to navigate your sensitivity with wisdom and grace. Keep breathing slowly and deeply. Keep feeling the weight of your body sinking into whatever surface supports you. Keep noticing the peace that's available to you right now, in this moment, not tomorrow, not when circumstances change. Right now, you are safe, you are supported, you are exactly where you need to be, and everything you need for this journey is already within you. Trust yourself. Trust your ability to heal. Trust that peace is not something you need to achieve or earn. It's something you simply need to remember and return to. Sleep now, peacefully and deeply. Let your body do its healing work while you rest. Let your mind quiet and settle. Let your heart feel held and protected. You've done beautiful work tonight. You've chosen yourself. You've chosen peace. And that choice matters more than you know. Sweet dreams. And may you wake tomorrow feeling lighter, calmer, and more connected to the peaceful truth of who you really are.